The giants of finance are finally making their move. After years of watching from the sidelines, they're beginning to dip their toes into the crypto sea. For years, major players like Bank of America largely dismissed cryptocurrencies as a passing fad, a fleeting trend with little real-world application. They saw it as something outside the traditional financial system, but now, the tide is turning. Bank of America is actively developing its own stablecoin, exploring the possibilities within the digital asset space. This move, the creation of a Bank of America stablecoin, is a clear sign that digital currencies are not just a fad, but are here to stay and become integrated into the financial landscape. This isn't just another product launch or a minor service offering, it's a major paradigm shift in how traditional finance views and interacts with the digital world. When a traditional powerhouse like Bank of America adopts blockchain technology, it validates the entire crypto space, lending credibility and legitimacy to digital assets and decentralized finance. This move bridges the gap between the old world of traditional finance with its established institutions and regulatory frameworks, and the new world of decentralized value, characterized by blockchain technology and peer-to-peer transactions. Imagine the possibilities. Sending money across borders as easily and instantly as sending an email. That's the core promise and potential of stablecoins. Bank of America's stablecoin project is a direct response to the growing demand for faster, cheaper, more efficient, and more transparent financial services that cater to the needs of a digital age. The crypto world, with its innovative developers and passionate community, has been building these solutions for years, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Now the biggest banks and financial institutions are finally joining in, recognizing the potential and the need to adapt. This isn't just about adopting new technology or implementing the latest fintech solutions. It's about two fundamentally different financial philosophies converging and finding common ground. On one side you have centralized institutions with their established hierarchies and regulatory oversight. On the other, you have open, decentralized networks that empower individuals and promote transparency. Bank of America's stablecoin sits right at that intersection, a fascinating experiment, testing how these seemingly disparate worlds can effectively work together and create a more inclusive and efficient financial ecosystem. It's a fascinating experiment in financial innovation that has the potential to reshape how we use money, transfer value, and interact with the global economy. The future of finance is not some distant concept, it's being built right now, brick by brick, transaction by transaction, and even the old guard of traditional banking knows that it must adapt, evolve, and embrace the change or risk being left behind. The story of money is still being written, constantly evolving with each passing day. It's a narrative of innovation, adaptation, and the relentless pursuit of efficiency.
Each leap made money more efficient and accessible, breaking down barriers and connecting people in new ways. These advancements have shaped economies and societies across the globe. Now blockchain is set to do the same, on a global scale. It promises a future where financial transactions are seamless, transparent, and secure for everyone, regardless of location or background.
We're moving from money based on physical objects and institutional trust, a system that has defined our financial landscape for centuries, to money based on cryptographic proof and global networks. This shift represents a fundamental change in how we perceive and interact with value. This is the next logical step in our financial evolution, a natural progression towards a more decentralized and inclusive financial system.
Blockchain is the real revolution, a paradigm shift that challenges the traditional notions of finance and empowers individuals. Money that's purely digital, secure, and not controlled by any single authority. It's a vision of financial freedom and autonomy.
Fast forward to the digital age, an era of unprecedented technological advancement and connectivity. Credit cards and online banking turned cash into numbers on a screen, streamlining transactions and making payments more convenient. But it was still the old system, just digitized. The underlying infrastructure and power dynamics remained largely unchanged.
Then came commodity money, a tangible representation of value that predates modern currency. Shells, salt, beads, better, but not perfect. These commodities served as a medium of exchange, but they lacked the standardization and scalability of later forms of money. Metal coins like gold and silver changed everything, ushering in an era of more efficient and reliable transactions. Rare, durable, and easy to measure. These qualities made them ideal for facilitating trade and storing wealth. For centuries, coins were the ultimate money, a symbol of power, prosperity, and economic stability, portable, divisible, and a store of value. They were the foundation of global commerce and the engine of economic growth. Next, paper money, a revolutionary concept that transformed the way we handle and perceive wealth. Lighter, easier, backed by trust in banks and governments. This trust became the cornerstone of modern financial systems. This was a leap, a significant advancement that paved the way for the complex financial instruments we use today. Value shifted from the object itself to the promise behind it. This abstraction of value marked a turning point in the history of money.
To see where money is going, let's look at where it's been. Understanding the past is crucial for navigating the future of finance. We started with barter, the most fundamental form of exchange. Trading wheat for wool, a direct exchange of goods and services based on mutual need. It worked, but it was clumsy. The limitations of barter highlighted the need for a more efficient and universally accepted medium of exchange. They're making the promise of digital money real.
Stablecoins are the practical upgrade our digital economy needs.
Think of stablecoins as digital dollars combining the stability of cash with the speed of blockchain. Unlike credit cards or wire transfers, stablecoin payments are nearly instant and cost a fraction. That's why big banks are interested. They see a chance to build better payment systems.
Stablecoins bridge the gap between traditional finance and crypto. They let people move money in and out of crypto without worrying about volatility. For businesses, they offer fast, cheap, and reliable payments.
Crypto is exciting, but its wild price swings make it hard to use for daily life. Enter stablecoins, digital currencies designed to stay steady, usually pegged to the US dollar. For every stablecoin, there's a real dollar in reserve, one-to-one value. The revolution is just beginning. Blockchain is changing how we move and trust money.
It's a foundation for a new kind of financial system.
We no longer have to trust a single institution, we trust the math and the network. Blockchain is making finance more open, efficient, and secure.
Hacking a major blockchain is nearly impossible.
Security is the final piece, no single point of failure. Data is spread across thousands of computers.
Blockchain cuts out middlemen. Payments settle in minutes, not days, slashing costs.
The second benefit? Efficiency. Today's financial system is slow and expensive.
This openness builds trust. The rules are enforced by code, not by a central authority.
Blockchain brings transparency. Transactions are visible to all, but personal info stays private.
Every transaction is a block, linked securely to the last, making tampering nearly impossible.
At the heart of crypto is blockchain, a shared, unchangeable digital ledger. The barriers are falling.
The next wave of digital money is for everyone, everywhere.
By leveraging smartphones, projects like Pi and RA1 are making the crypto revolution global.
It's about real-world utility, not just speculation.
These mobile-first networks make crypto accessible and practical.
RA1 is another example, building a platform for digital assets from tickets to art, all on your phone.
This opens the door for millions who are left out of traditional finance.
The future is mobile. Anyone with a smartphone can join the digital economy. Projects like Pi Network let people mine crypto on their phones. No expensive hardware needed. Pi uses social trust, not raw computing power, to secure its network.
Crypto used to be for techies with powerful computers, not anymore. We're only beginning to see its potential. The transformation is just getting started. Blockchain is reshaping our world.
Blockchain is a foundational technology, like the internet was.
The common thread? Removing unnecessary middlemen and creating a single trusted source of truth.
In supply chains, blockchain tracks goods from farm to shelf, ensuring authenticity. In art, it proves ownership. In gaming, it lets players truly own their items.
Imagine reselling a hotel booking as easily as sending a text.
In hospitality, hotels could issue room reservations as digital tokens, cutting out middlemen and lowering costs.
No more mountains of paperwork or endless delays.
In real estate, blockchain can turn property titles into digital tokens, making buying and selling faster and safer.
Blockchain isn't just changing banks, it's transforming entire industries. The fact that big banks are joining in, investing resources, and exploring blockchain technology proves this revolution is not just a fleeting trend, but an unstoppable force reshaping the financial landscape. It signals a significant shift in how we perceive and interact with money. The old and new worlds are colliding, creating a fascinating blend of traditional financial systems and cutting-edge decentralized technologies. And we all get to choose our path, deciding which financial systems and technologies best suit our needs and values. The future of money is being written now, with each transaction, each line of code, and each innovative idea contributing to this evolving narrative.
For many, especially the underserved communities who have been excluded from traditional financial systems, decentralized money is already a reality, offering new opportunities for financial inclusion and empowerment.
The beauty is, we'll have choices, a diverse range of financial tools and services to meet our individual needs and preferences.
The future of money is a spectrum, a wide array of options ranging from centralized to decentralized solutions, from bank-issued digital dollars backed by traditional financial institutions and government regulations to fully decentralized currencies, operating independently of central authorities and traditional financial systems.
Decentralized stablecoins like DAI, which aim to maintain a stable value relative to traditional currencies, are governed by communities and smart contracts, ensuring transparency and reducing the risk of centralized control.
Bank of America's stablecoin is still centralized, operating within the traditional banking system and subject to its regulations. They control it and set the rules, maintaining authority over its operation and usage.
This shift moves control from institutions, the traditional gatekeepers of finance, to the network itself, distributing power and decision-making across a wider range of participants. Anyone can participate, regardless of their location, background, or financial status. No gatekeepers, no intermediaries controlling access to the financial system.
Decentralized networks, like Bitcoin, which operate on a peer-to-peer basis, have no central authority, no single entity controlling the network or its operations. The rules are set by the community through consensus mechanisms and democratic processes.
Centralized systems offer stability, a sense of security and reliability that comes from established institutions, but concentrate power, giving a few entities significant control over the financial system.
We're at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in the evolution of finance. Centralized finance versus decentralized freedom, a choice between established systems and innovative alternatives. For centuries, banks and governments controlled money, shaping the financial landscape and dictating the terms of participation. Setting the rules and deciding who participates, often creating barriers to entry and limiting access for many.